Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to another episode of the Year of Cooking Canuk. Once again, thank you so very much for joining me. Guys, on today's segment of Memories in Macedonia, I'm going to show you a very simple recipe. But this recipe is also important. This recipe is a way that the Macedonians would preserve the bounty of the summer for the winter. Now, I've showed you guys how we make ayvar, and I've showed you how we make pinjur, and I showed you how we make tortilla. Now these are all ways to preserve your vegetables and, more importantly, your peppers to eat and consume over the winter months. Now, Macedonians love their peppers, and it's an integral part of their diet. And if you're new to my channel, you'll soon find that out. Macedonia grows some of the world's best peppers due to their climate and the soil. So this is a way that you can enjoy peppers throughout the winter with more of a fresh flavor. This recipe, PRŽENI, LUK, which basically translates to fried peppers with garlic, is put in jars, and throughout the winter you can go to this jar, pop it open, slather these peppers over your bread, or you can put them in soup or a stew or casserole, or simply top them on top of a salad. They're beautiful. Growing up, I remember my baba, grandmother, making these, and more specifically my Uncle Bill, and I did give him a ring just to get his seal of approval of what I was about to show you guys. And so I dedicate this video to my Uncle Bill, and guys, you are just going to love this video. It's simple, but it's so good. Without further ado, let's get in the kitchen and make fried peppers with garlic the Macedonian way. Hey guys, welcome to the kitchen countertop. As usual, I will place all of the ingredients I am using for this recipe below down in the description bar. Just click on show more. However, guys, when it comes to things like this, you can tweak it to how much you want to make. So the amounts are kind of irrelevant. It's just basically a method. Guys, what I have here are some beautiful shepherd peppers, and I've washed these. Now these are red ones, as you can see, and I have some light green or yellowy kind of colored ones. So obviously we're going to need peppers. Optionally, you can also stick in a few hot peppers, which I'm going to do because I do like it a bit spicy. It's completely up to you guys. Now, obviously the other thing that we're going to need is garlic, and plenty of it. So I have a couple of heads of garlic. We'll see how much I need. And then the other thing you're going to need is just simply a good quality olive oil, okay, that you can use later on, and I'll show you what we do with that. And then of course you're going to need just a little bit of vegetable oil because we're going to lightly fry these. So guys, the first thing I'm going to do is obviously chop up my peppers, and I'll come back real quickly just to show you so you see the kind of size that I'm looking for. Alright, so wash your peppers and chop them up. Hey guys, look at my peppers, how beautiful. It almost looks like the Macedonian flag. I have a couple left. I just want to quickly show you what I've done. I've just taken the top off, and then you can just simply reach in and pull out the core and pull out any ribs if there are any in there, and give it a few taps to get the seeds out. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. If there's a few seeds, it's no big deal. Then I'm going to slice these, and what I'm looking for are slices that are about an inch or so. We want this kind of chunky. We don't want it to be minced, but we don't want it in huge pieces either. So you can see about approximately the size that I'm cutting there, and that's what you're looking for. So I have one more red here, which I'll show you while I tell you guys something else. Now, there is a variation on this recipe. If you like, you can add a few diced tomatoes, and they would be the last addition to this recipe when you're frying these up. However, they do add a bit of acidic taste, so just keep that in mind. Alright, but and it will make it somewhat looser. Now if you have some bad parts, just cut them off. As long as your pepper is still crispy, and there was a couple in here. So like I said, about inch pieces. Because this, like I said earlier guys, is more of a fresh pepper, relish if you want to call it such. It's not macerated like pinjor or boiled down like ayvar. Now with your hot pepper, I'm going to do this a bit differently because I don't want to stick my fingers in those hot seeds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my knife and remove the ribs like so. And with this, if you keep some seeds, it will be hot, so bear that in mind. I mean, the pepper is hot already. And what I do with the hot peppers is I cut them slightly smaller so they disperse throughout the other peppers and you don't have a big chunk of hot pepper. Alright, so I'm just going to finish with the rest of these and then I'll bring you back and we'll head to the stove, guys. Guys, this next step you can do while your peppers are lightly frying, but I just like to have everything prepped in advance. I have a ridiculous amount of garlic. This is a whole head of a large garlic. So what I'm going to do, a little trick, I use my pestle, my mortar and pestle, to kind of smash the garlic, and then the skins just slip right off, and it makes quick order of it. So I'm just going to continue with this and mince up the garlic. Guys, you know how to mince garlic. Alright, so that's the next step if you want to get everything prepped in advance. Hey guys, welcome to the stove top. So what I have in my pan is a bit of vegetable oil, and I've got that really nice and hot, and I've thrown in my peppers. Guys, I'm doing my peppers in batches. So if you're doing just one batch, then you will follow the last step right after you soften your peppers. But I'm going to do mine in 3 batches. So guys, what I've done is put my peppers in. We want to stay by the stove, get them nice and soft. We don't want any charring. We don't want any blackening. We want to get them nice and soft. So once they're in, go ahead and add a good pinch of sea salt and give this a stir and keep an eye on it, guys. Don't move from the stove top. You want to keep this going. Smells great already. And keep this up until your peppers get nice and soft, no dark colors, and I'll bring you back and show you what I'm looking for. Keep frying your peppers, guys. Keep an eye on them, and they're starting to get soft here. And you'll know, and I guess the term I'm really looking for is wilted. We want these to be limp, wilted, but still keeping their shape and integrity. You don't want to turn this into a puree, definitely. The peppers will exude their own water and liquid, and that just helps with the frying. That's why it's important not to overcrowd your pan, and why I'm doing mine in batches. Alright guys, my peppers are getting nice and soft. At this point, if you're only doing a small batch like this, it's when you would add your garlic, however much you're going to use, and then let it go for a few moments more. You don't want to toast the garlic. But for me, because I have another couple of batches to do, I'm just going to turn the heat down. And I'm going to take out my peppers right now with a slotted spoon. and get the pan cleaned up, well, with no peppers in it. If you need to add a little bit more oil, go ahead and do that. And then I will start on my next batch, and then I'll bring you back to show you the final few steps. Hey guys, as your peppers soften, use your wooden spoon, and if you can cut through easily, you know the peppers are getting to the point where you want them to be at. Again, no color, no char marks, and we don't want them to be mushy. You want them to have some integral part of them. Alright guys, my peppers are nice and soft to the point I like. I just tasted this, tastes great. So what I'm going to do now is carefully add in the other peppers. Now that they've shriveled or reduced, they're all going to fit. There we go. Alright. And at this point, what you're going to want to add is your garlic. Oh, sorry about that. The reason we have the garlic now is because, guys, we're not looking for dark garlic. We're not looking for toasted garlic. We simply want to heat this through and get all the flavors melded together with our peppers. Oh, looks beautiful, smells great. Now you're going to want to do this only for a few minutes. It does not need to go long. Because again, we don't want our peppers scorched. We don't want the garlic scorched. We don't want the garlic to go bitter either. So just a few moments like this. And then what you're going to want to do, guys, is you're going to want to let this cool down completely before we start putting it in your sterilized jar. So a few minutes like this, and then we will place this in our jars after it's cooled, obviously. Smells great, guys. Hey guys, our peppers with garlic and oil is done. Again, we want to keep integrity with the peppers. We don't want mush. The liquid should be pretty much evaporated. There's just going to be a little bit residual, and at this point what you're going to want to do is turn your heat off. If you're on an electric range, move it off the heat. Gas completely shuts off. So what we want to do now, guys, is we want to let this cool completely naturally to room temperature before, as I said, before we jar this. It's very, very important. Alright, so I'll bring you back when we put this in the jar. Hey guys, it's time that we go ahead and jar our peppers. Now, this is really important. If you listen to anything in this video, please, please listen now. If you want, you can fill your jars with peppers and then completely fill the void space in between with olive oil and pack them in olive oil. Seal it tightly and keep it in a cold pantry because you cannot pressure can or even water bath can things with oils and fats, because the oil and fat may cause the seal not to seal properly. And even if you do get a good seal, you run the risk of the fats, the oils, going rancid on you sooner than if you didn't do it at all. But there's a way around it. So that's option one. Put in your peppers, fill it with olive oil, seal it, keep it in a cool pantry. Once it's open, refrigerate it. If the oil gets a little coagulated, you'll have to just leave it at to room temperature for the oil to go back, you know, to its liquid form. That's number one. Second way I'm going to show you, and you can keep these again in a pantry or in your refrigerator for up to a year. Okay? And that's the method I'm going to show you guys. So, in each of your jars, and these are standard size, what is this? Mason jar, okay? You're going to place 1 tablespoon of any type of vinegar. I'm using apple cider. You can use wine, whatever you like, okay? This one needs a little bit more. So, that's it. Now, we do have salt in our peppers already. However, I want this to preserve, and we're going to add some liquid. So I'm just going to put a small teaspoon of kosher salt, or if you have pickling salt, kosher works really well, in each of my jars. Okay, and then we're going to start placing our peppers in here. Now you can use a funnel, or you can use a ladle such as this. Just go easy, go slow. They're good, guys. You start filling your jars. Don't worry about the rims right now. We're going to wipe them clean. I also have tongs. Some of you may think it's easier with tongs. Funnel. Guys, I have one. I cannot find it to save my life. When's that drop? I'm eating. Oh. I'm just going to show you this one, guys. And you want to fill this about an inch from the top. And once you think you've got there, actually this can use a little bit more, you can use a clean chopstick or the end of a wooden ladle or spoon, or you can use the bottom of a butter knife. But be very careful, because you don't want to break or scratch the glass. You're just going to debubble this. And as you can see already, that's given me more room for more peppers. Again, just debubble. And that's good, just before you get to where the rings are. Right. Now, I said let your peppers cool. And that's what we did. And what I did, I sterilized these jars beforehand, guys, with boiling hot water. You can place them in the oven for 10 minutes. I boiled some water in my kettle here. Sorry, ooh, that spicy one. And I let it cool. So it's just warm, hot. Excuse me. Wow, I got a hot one there. And then just again, a debubble. Boy, did that one get down lodged in my throat, let me tell you. And then top that off with olive oil. Place a lid on it. This guy is ready to go in your pantry or your fridge. I'll do the others and I'll bring you back. There's something I forgot, which is important. I have a kitchen towel here with some vinegar. And I just want to go around the rim of my jar. Now I can seal it back up. It's a good thing I remembered. Just finger tight, guys. Alright, like I said, I'll continue with the rest and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, all of those peppers only yielded me the 2 mason jars that you see before you. You never know, and that's why I was, better safe than sorry, and I brought up the 4. But that's fine because it yielded me these 2, and I have a little left over that I can eat now. So that's a good thing. So like I said, guys, place these in the cool, dark pantry or cupboard or in your refrigerator, and they're good for up to a year, okay? And if you want, as you eat them, you can top a little bit more olive oil on top, and that's up to you. All right, so guys, let's plate up some and let's taste. Hey guys, I have some left over. I'm happy for that because I really, really wanted to taste this. Now, as I said, this yielded me 2 of these mason jars, which is great for me. I live alone, so that's perfect for me. Guys, this recipe, like the pinjor or like aival, can be cut in half, can be doubled, tripled, quadrupled. You get my point. So guys, I have this is straight out of the pot. Obviously I didn't doctor it with the vinegar or oil. You can if you want, and it actually gives it a very nice flavor with a little bit of vinegar, to be honest. But I just want it straight up. I have some homemade village style cheese here. This is actually from a village, and I'm not sure which one, and I'm gonna go in. Have it on some nice crusty bread. Let's go in. Wow. That is good. Wow. It's not overly spicy. I was choking earlier because I actually just swallowed one of the hot ones, but mixed in, it's nice. Guys, you don't need to use hot peppers. You can use mild. Guys, this is simple, rustic village food, and it's so good. And it's how our ancestors lived over the winter. It's good stuff. It's good for you. I hope you enjoyed this quick video, this short recipe. And please give it a like. Please share, comment. I read all of your comments and respond back to you. My Facebook page will be below and a few pics to follow. Thanks again, guys. Until we see you next time. Ajde, hvala mnogo, prijetno. Ciao, ciao.